5 ways to determine if she's relationship material. This is something that every man must understand. When you start dating a woman, it is your responsibility to determine if she's a good match for you. Do not lead with your lust. Do not focus on her beauty. While it is important that you are very attracted to her, you must look deeper than that. This is why you must have principles, standards, and values by which you live by. You must put her to the test. Is she worth the investment? Is she worth the commitment? Because I guarantee you this, if you do not take dating and relationship seriously, you will eventually build an attachment with a woman that is not good for you. Because there are women out there that use men, betray men. They don't have the ability to pair bond with you, which can leave you with years or decades of your life invested in a woman that will leave you just like that. What's worse, you have children with a woman like that, you're a single dad, you're paying child support, you're paying alimony. Those are years, time, resources, effort that you will never get back, all because you didn't have standards and you settled, and it was better than being alone. Do not be that guy. This is why I made this video, to help you. So, let's start with the first way to determine if a woman is relationship material. Well, guys, the very first thing you must look for is pretty simple. You must ask yourself this question when you meet her. Is she willing to sleep with you right away? If the answer is yes, she's promiscuous. If the answer is no, congratulations. This is a woman that has integrity and values herself. Why is this so important to understand? Why is it such a bad thing if a woman is willing to sleep with you right away? You might think, well, doesn't that mean she's really interested in me? I mean, hey, she wants to have sex with me right away. Look, we've all heard the saying, right? Women break rules for alpha males and they make them for beta males. Now, I'm not saying she's going to make you wait 20 years, but she also shouldn't be sleeping with you on the first date. It doesn't matter how into you a woman is. If she has self-worth and integrity, she is not going to have sex with you right away. Because women know that high-value men, high-value men will never commit or take a woman seriously if she has sex with him right away or very quickly. Why? Because high-value men know if she's willing to sleep with me right away, then I'm not the only guy she does that with. Not only has she done this before and is doing it now, but there's a very high chance she will do it in the future. Which means her ability to pair bond is going to be eroded. Okay? The very fact that she's willing to sleep with you right away lets you know she has no sense of safety or security for herself. You see, guys, women are the weaker sex physically. There are bad men out there that abuse and take advantage of women. Okay? Intelligent females, they've all heard of someone that they know, their family, their friends, a girl they know that has been taken advantage of by a bad guy. Therefore, women innately know that they have to test men to determine, is he just a guy who wants sex from me, or is he actually interested in getting to know me? Does he have good values? So as a means to protect herself, a good woman is going to withhold on sex a little bit. Why? Because when she sits back and doesn't sleep with you, it's going to do two things. If you really are a guy that's led by your lust and all you care about is having sex with her, you're either going to ghost her or you're going to act needy and push for sex. In which way, and what this does for her is she has disqualified you as a guy who just wants sex, and she protects her integrity by not increasing her body count. You see? So she gets to determine for herself, are you a good man or a bad man? Okay, are you a good match for her or not? Now, so when you meet a woman and she's having sex with you right away, do not be mistaken and think she's really into you. That's a reflection of herself. Easy Women, I've done a video on that. That lets you know she's the type of woman that has no standards for herself. She doesn't care to even present herself as a good girl to you. She just wants to have sex with you. She's just using you to satisfy her sexual needs. She lets you know she does it quite often. Do not ever take a woman like that seriously in a long-term relationship. Because guys, it's even worse than you think when you really dig deep here. Okay? If a woman is willing to sleep with you right away and she's leading with sex, do you know what that really says about her? She feels like she has nothing to offer you outside of her body. She probably doesn't know how to cook and clean, does not know how to be a feminine, giving woman, doesn't know how to be nurturing and caring and kind, doesn't understand men or how to even be supportive to you. So in her mind, she figures, I don't know how to keep this guy interested, so I'm just going to sleep with him. There are some women that think, okay, if I sleep with him, he'll stick around. But no high quality man is ever going to stick around when he gets sex from a woman right away, because he's given her the most intimate thing she can ever give him. Women that value themselves don't give their body up like that. Okay? People value things they have to work for. And it doesn't mean, like I said, doesn't mean she's going to make you 10, 20 years, but she's not going to be doing it on the first day. Women that value themselves will only spread their legs to you once they have determined that there is a level of trust and safety. Once they see that you have developed an emotional attachment, once they see you actually really like her and you're not just using her, then she'll be open to give herself to you. Because for women, it's about bonding, opening up to receive love and intimacy. Obviously, providing she's a good woman, of course. So that is really the first thing you want to look for when you're dating. If she's willing to sleep with you right away, you must disqualify her from your life, because you'll never trust her fully. Because you know in the back of your mind, if she gave it to me so easily, she's giving it to other guys the same way. No guy wants a woman like that to be the mother of his children or his girlfriend or wife. Unless, of course, you got no standards. But I know if you're watching my channel, you're a man with integrity and you've got good values. So this is the very first thing you must do. This is how you screen out and weed out promiscuous women. If she's willing to sleep with you right away, disqualify her. There's also a very high chance that she's got low self-esteem. Anything you do will never be enough. This is the first sign, never forget it. Number 2, the second way to determine if a woman is worthy of your commitment, if she's worthy of a relationship with you, is, does she invest in you? If the answer is yes, you got a green light. That is a good woman. If the answer is no, you got yourself a gold digger. You see, you want to determine, is she a giver or a gold digger? Is she a giver or a taker? You see, relationships and love is all about giving. You go there to give. The only thing you want to expect back is thank you and appreciation. And of course, mutual reciprocation, because a good woman is gonna give. You go there to meet each other's needs, to take care of each other. You be masculine, she stays feminine, and you meet each other's needs, okay, by dating, by courting each other, okay. Now, as you start dating a woman, there are certain tests you can utilize as a man to determine early on, is she a giver? Is she investing in you? Or is she using you? Because when a woman is a giver, when she does good deeds to you through her actions, she's communicating that she's into you for you. That she's going to be a good wife. She will be a good mother. If you were to have children with her, she's going to honor them. She's going to treat them well. And she's also going to put a lot of effort into the relationship she has with you. Okay? That is why it's so important to date a woman that is giving. Because it's genuine, it's real. You don't have to force anything. It's not transactional. She sees you as a high value male, which is why she's investing in you. So what are these tests that I just mentioned? Okay. On the very first date, at the end, when you go to pay for the drinks or dinner, this is what you do. As you go to pay, observe what she does. If she's a good woman with values, with integrity, this is how she will react. Wait a minute, I'd like to pay too. Can I at least pay for the drinks or the dessert? That's letting you know that she has genuine interest in you. She's basically communicating through her behavior, hey, I really like you. This is a first date. We're both getting to know each other. I'm not entitled to anything from you. In fact, I'm grateful that you wanted to take me out. In fact, I like you so much. I want to show you that I'm not the type of girl to use you. It's a very good sign. And obviously, if it's the first date, you can just say to her, you know what, I really appreciate that. But the fact that you offered, I really like that. That way you give her praise. Feminine energy goes through praise. And of course, you want to praise a woman when she deserves it. You give her that due diligence. So you let her know that you appreciate her, which will encourage her next time around to be more giving. So obviously, the first date, when she says that to you, it's all right, I really appreciate that. I got it handled, and you pay. And then after the second and third date, she's obviously going to bring it up again. Of course, you just allow her at that point she can pay half or the drinks from time to time. And the good thing about a woman like that is she's also going to be the type of girl that will cook for you. She will invite you to her place. She will make food for you, or she will take you out and pay for the day fully. She's more likely to invest in you. And if she's investing in you, that's how she builds an emotional attachment. Not just investing her time, but she's investing her effort, her finances. Okay? A lot of guys think, oh, I just want to be a provider. No, you want to be the leader in the relationship. You want to see her invest some of her resources into you, because that lets you know that she's going to be a good support for you. She'll be there through thick and thin. She's not really there to use you. There's genuine desire, which makes her relationship material, which is what you want. You always know she's going to invest in you. And the more she invests, the better it is. Now, on the other hand, when you go to pay the bill, okay, if she turns around and doesn't say anything, oh, you got yourself a gold digger. Right there, you can use that to discern if she's the type of woman to use you. Because no response is a response. And if she sits back with her arms folded, or she's just smiling when you go to pay, even if she just says thanks, that's letting you know that she's regurgitating all of that feminist propaganda she sees. And more than likely, what values does she have? Who raised her? Clearly not anybody good. Because what she's basically saying to you through her behavior is, I'm entitled to your money. Hey, it's a first date. We don't know each other, but you know what? You pay because you're the man. Guys, do you think it's going to get any better as the weeks and months go on? What if you're in a relationship with this type of girl? Everything you have with her will be transactional. She will withhold sex. She will withhold intimacy. She won't run any errands for you. She's not going to be the type of woman to cook or clean. Okay? She's never going to open up that feminine side of her where she wants to show you through her actions that she loves you, that she cares for you. Okay? With that woman, she's going to be playing games with you. She's just going to be a taker. She's going to use you and milk you dry for everything that you have. And you're going to be very exhausted, not only financially, but emotionally and mentally. So you want to look for women that invest in you. That lets you know there's genuine interest, because you cannot negotiate genuine desire, guys. If she's not attracted to you enough, there's nothing you can do. And this is how you screen out gold diggers early on. Just like that on the first date. Is she willing to pay? Is she willing to at least make the effort? If she sits back and says nothing, she's entitled, because it's not going to get any better. She's going to be asking you for money, take me here, take me there, buy me here, do this for me, do that for me. Okay, she will And then she will kind of like give you little crumbs of intimacy. If you do this for me, I'll do that for you. That's not loving. That's not giving. That's taking. That's manipulation. A woman like that you can never be in a relationship with. What if you have kids with her? She'll use the children against you. Think. Okay, so that's really important, guys. Does she invest in you? You want to make sure she's making an effort with the interest of getting to know you. She's trying to impress you. She's trying to prove to you that she's a good, feminine, submissive woman. You always want to date givers because givers keep giving. Takers keep taking. Okay, but even if you're a giver, you want to have limits. You want to make sure she's reciprocating. Okay, even if she starts out giving, make sure she keeps doing it. Okay, perhaps you get her to do a favor for you. Hey, can you wash my car for me? Can you, when you come over, can you bring a bottle of wine? You want to make sure, just little ways like that you can determine, is she investing? But because givers are genuine, more often than not, you won't have to ask. It will come from her heart. You will notice. She will want to do things for you. She will say, oh, can I iron your clothes? I want to invite you over and cook for you. Hey, I baked you a cake. She'll want to take care of you because she's really in her feminine. So that is one beautiful thing you will notice when you date women that are giving. They know how to be a supportive woman. So that's number 2, guys. Never forget it. Now, the third way to determine if a woman is relationship material, now this one you have to go really into, is you must determine, is there mutual chemistry and compatibility? Guys, chemistry is just simply you're attracted to her and she's attracted to you. Okay? Don't date a woman that thinks you're a 5 or a 6 in looks, because it's going to be tooth and nail to raise her interest level. If you think she's a 9 or a 10, make sure she feels the same way about you, because it is going to be much more effortless and more fun to date her. She's going to want to spend more time around you. She's going to want to be more giving because she actually likes you. You don't have to feel like you're compensating or feel like you're not good enough. Or, in other words, she'll make you feel like you're not good enough because you will naturally feel through her energy that she's not really attracted to you. And a lot of guys, they get involved in relationships and they settle for women like that. And the one thing you'll see in those situations where she doesn't have a lot of chemistry for you is it goes hand in hand with what I said before on number 2. Is she a giver or a gold digger? Women that don't have a lot of chemistry that date you have low self-esteem. They tend to be gold diggers. They tend to be women that are dating you for what you can do for them instead of for you. Because women that have low self-worth care about a man's resources. Women that have a high self-esteem know that whether you are wealthy or not doesn't actually make you a high-value man. What makes you a high-value man is your values. Are you going to be faithful to her? Are you masculine? Are you a leader? Can she look up and respect you? When she has kids with you, are you going to be the type of man that's really going to take care of them and be present in her life? Okay, gold diggers don't even understand that. And that's where you want to really look into that, guys. Okay, good women care about your intrinsic qualities as a man. Okay, they know that that's really what they're, at their core, what they want from you, to feel protected by you, safe and loved by you. Okay, dominated by you, right? All of that thing. So you're not going to have that when a woman isn't into you, when she sees you as a 5 or a 6. Okay, you want a woman that has genuine interest in you. And guys, attraction just simply is either she likes you or she doesn't. The same way, if you see a woman that's not good looking, doesn't matter how feminine she is, you're not even going to blink at her because she's not attracted enough to where you even want to get to know her. Okay, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Date a woman that you are both attracted to. There's mutual chemistry. Now that brings into the next one, compatibility. Look, chemistry is great for you to have passion and intimacy and sex and all the rest. But compatibility, it goes deeper. Because when you like the same things, when you have the same belief system, the same mindset, the same outlook on life, the same lifestyle, that is when you can really connect. That is when you can do fun things together where you can both invest and bond on a more intimate level. Because when you are compatible, it's easier to understand each other. You're going to get along more with her. Okay? You meet a woman and you say, yeah, one day I'd like to have 3 kids. She says, I never want to have children. Where's the middle ground with that? Would you have 1.5 kids? Don't work that way. Okay? If you are a guy who goes to the gym, you work out and eat clean, you're not going to be compatible with a woman that's shooting up heroin and going to the clubs and living a promiscuous lifestyle. You're incompatible. It's always going to cause arguments because you're going to want to be at home and chill. She's going to want to be out in the streets. You're not compatible. If you're a Christian and you go to church, you read your Bible, those are your values, those are your belief system. And she's an atheist, and she detests the notion of any deity. She hates Christians. And that's your very belief system by which you get all your values from. How can you have a long-term relationship? How can she be relationship material? And how could you be relationship material for her? So I really want you to think about that, guys. You must have chemistry and compatibility in order to have a fulfilling, rich relationship where you can have the passion and intimacy, but you also have that depth and connection and understanding of each other to where you can go through all those difficulties and ups and downs together. So I just want you to understand that it is never worth getting into a relationship with a woman you are incompatible with. Because if you're just leading with your lust and you think to yourself, you know what, I can change her, I know I can make her want me. Attraction simply is. And if her attraction really isn't there for you, you can't raise it to where she's going to be, head over heels, to where she's actually has an attachment with you. Sure, she will settle for you. She will use you for your resources. You'll have one of those transactional beta male provider type relationships. Go ahead. But without chemistry and compatibility, you'll never have a fulfilling relationship. So if a woman isn't compatible with you and you don't have the same level of chemistry, she is not relationship material. She's better off being with a man that she can share those 2 things with, and you're better off being with another woman where you are compatible with, where you do have chemistry with, or it's mutual. Okay, now carrying on with the 4th way to determine if she's relationship material. Guys, this one's very simple. She is feminine. Guys, this is the most important quality in a woman because it tells you everything about her character. In a relationship, a man should be masculine and a woman should be feminine. That is how you create sexual polarity, to where you actually can have a genuine relationship. So when you're dating a girl, before you even consider going a step further, when she says, where's this going? Before you consider getting into a relationship, moving closer and closer to her, you want to determine, is she feminine or is she a feminist? You see, I teach you guys to be masculine. Okay, that is the way it should be. Okay, men stay masculine, women stay feminine. Now, here's how you test for this. Primarily, the more masculine you are as you date a woman, or if you're in a relationship, the more masculine you stay, naturally this is going to keep her feminine. Why? Because when you show strength, confidence, dominance, leadership, the ability to protect her and take care of her, you're calm, you're rational, you're honorable, her feminine core naturally is going to want to open up to receive your love, to receive your strength. She will naturally want to support you. She will naturally want to be by your side, and it will keep her feminine. However, this only applies if she herself, as the woman, because then it's not all your fault if she's feminine or not. Yes, if you act like a little cuck, yeah, she's going to be turned off by you and test you and move into her masculine. However, if you do everything right and you stay masculine, this should keep her feminine. However, if she rejects her femininity She rejects motherhood. She rejects the notion of having a family and bonding and nurturing. She doesn't want to be supportive to a man. She doesn't want to be a homely woman. She doesn't want to be traditional. She doesn't have godly values. Do you know what happens to those women? These are the feminists. These are the women that buy into that narrative that men are oppressive. That being a mother or a husband and serving children and a husband is oppression. But going out and getting a job and working for some company for 40 years isn't oppressive at all. Look at the index. Look at the numbers of depression that women are reporting over the last few years, since they've been in the workplace more and more. Women get to a certain age, they waste their beauty, they waste their fertility, they waste their looks. It comes crashing down. Right? What happens? A woman gets to a certain age, she can't have children anymore. Her window is closing. And then she rushes to try and lock down a good man. Where have all the good men gone? All the good men were married off really young, or they're dating women that are feminine, women that are fertile, women that didn't buy into that feminist narrative. There's nothing wrong with a woman having her own goals and having a career. However, if a woman doesn't choose wisely and she rejects her femininity, she goes against her body clock, she goes against biology, what she was created for, she's going to move into her masculine. And when she moves into her masculine, this is going to be the type of woman that is going to be competitive. She's going to nag at you. She's not going to be supportive. She's not going to be giving and caring. There's a very high chance that that woman has engaged and is engaging in promiscuous activity. She sleeps around a lot because that's what feminism tells women. You're empowered. It's empowering to sleep around, right? Everything you do, she challenges you. She's always testing you just for the sake of it. Not to determine your strength, but just to get the power from you. She always tries to break you down. Women like that do not make good mothers and wives because it's not her beauty that's raising the children, guys. It's her character. It's her qualities. And a lot of women don't understand this, but feminine qualities are how you keep a man interested. This is why you guys have noticed you'll be in a relationship and you will feel like your soul is drained. And you think, but I really like her, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's good on the outside, but on the inside, she's not feminine. She doesn't know how to be a woman. On the inside, she's behaving like a man. And she's always fighting you for everything, which is just, inside, it's turning you off and it's taking all your energy away. And because you don't stand up for yourself or call her out on her bad behavior, she loses more and more respect for you naturally, gets more and more masculine, and more of your soul gets drained. That's what happens. Guys, do not date women that are feminists. Do not date women that are masculine. Because there's only so much you can do as a man. Yes, you can be masculine 24/7. You can sleep in a masculine frame. You can go to the toilet on a masculine frame. It doesn't matter. If she herself as a woman has rejected her own femininity, if she hates her feminine qualities, and her mindset has shifted because of feminism, she's been indoctrinated with all of that, and she believes that she needs to be just like a man, you can't have that relationship because then she thinks she's just like you. How can she give you her gift of submissiveness and open up to you? Because remember, when a woman is submissive to you, what she's basically saying is, I trust in you. I love you so much that I'm going to be so vulnerable and I'm just going to trust that you'll take care of me and you will handle everything. And I'm just going to support you. I will love you and honor you and I will admire you and respect you. That's what a good woman is going to do. But when feminism has come into play, what it has done is convince these young girls that being a wife, being a mother, having a family, getting in a relationship is bad. They encourage them, go sleep around. All men are the same, all men are evil, all men are bad. It's oppressive. But go work for that company for 40 years, it's not oppressive at all. And then women go into the workplace, there's nothing wrong with that, but they don't find a good man. They just go out, they engage in casual sex, they lower their worth, and then they want to complain, oh, all men are the same. I don't know why I'm so depressed, because that's not the way you were designed to be. A woman's femininity is open when she's is truly embraced when she's interdependent on a good man that she loves. True happiness for a woman is going to come from her having a family and being with a man she admires and respects, not with a beta cuck. But again, feminists are in their masculine, so they attract weak, effeminate men, and then they wonder why they're so miserable. So you disqualify women, guys, that are feminists, women that are masculine. But you do qualify and you give a green tick to the women that are feminine. Because ultimately that is going to, the more masculine you are as a guy, you will see the difference. Because feminine women are easy to spot. The way they present themselves, the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they behave, the way they will proudly cook for you, they will proudly support you, right? They're happy for you. They don't question everything you do. They encourage you to be a good man. They allow you to be the man in the relationship. They want the best for you. They encourage you to go after your goals and be in your masculine, right? She stays in her lane. She's happy to be feminine. She's proud to be submissive to you and trust in you. And you can feel the difference with those type of women. And in fact, because she's so feminine, you're just going to make even more of an effort to be masculine and take good care of her. And that's how you have sexual polarity. You stay in your masculine, you stay in your feminine, but you're only going to have that if she's a woman that embraces her femininity. She loves being a traditional woman. That is absolutely key, and it's the most important thing for a woman to look for in a woman for a long-term relationship. If you really want to determine if she's relationship material, make sure she's feminine. Because that's how she's going to get you. That's how she will keep you interested. And I'll tell you what, feminine women, I can guarantee you a feminine traditional woman with good values, these are going to be the women that are faithful and have a very low body count. In other words, she has the ability to pair bond with you, and she will. All right? Okay, that's number 4. I do want to mention, before I carry on with the 5th and final way to determine if she's relationship material, if you hear any weird noise in the background, they're doing some construction work across the street. I've got all the windows shut, so you probably can't hear it too well, but you might hear it a little bit. Just letting you know. So let's carry on with number 5. Guys, the 5th and final way for you to test, for you to determine, is she really relationship material, is by asking yourself this one question. Does she have childhood or relationship trauma that she hasn't healed from? This is a question that you must take with the utmost importance. And the way you go about figuring this out is by asking quality questions when you first meet a woman. I've done so many videos on my channel regards to monkey branching, and I've detailed all of those signs and indications for a reason, to protect you men from women that are not relationship material. So, when you first meet a girl, you want to ask her, tell me about your family background, tell me about the relationship with your father and your mother. How was your upbringing? Guys, your self-esteem is primarily built up in your childhood. The average man and the average woman does little to no self-improvement, which means as they grow up, all of the difficulties, all of the trauma that they grew up with stays with them. And they will project that and push that onto your relationship, leading it down a slippery slope. By you asking her those questions, you give her a chance to open up to you and tell you what she's really like. You see, if she responds to you and says, I hate my father, I hate my mother, I don't ever want to talk about my parents, don't ask me, or it's none of your business. She's letting you know indirectly, passively, that she has a lot of issues. And I've done enough videos talking about daddy issues for you to know exactly what I'm talking about. Go through my channel. Okay? If she wasn't able to pair bond with her father, she ain't going to pair bond with you. If she did not learn how to form healthy attachments based on love, mutual respect, intimacy in her childhood with her parents, she's not going to be able to form a healthy attachment based on those principles with you. She may try to, but she'll be unable to because she's got abandonment issues, she's got trauma. When you hear those words, that she hates her father, that she doesn't want to talk about her parents, this lets you know she ain't going to be no wife of yours. She's not a woman that's going to be able to even take care of children because her inner child is hurt. Now, you know what I talk about in different videos, right? Women that have dad issues, it goes hand in hand that they're promiscuous, they're unfaithful because they've got no values. Because you see, when a woman grows up in a family and she has a strong masculine father figure, she learns how to trust in men. She learns how to respect men, how to look up to men. She learns how to distinguish between good men and bad men and appreciate the good men in her life. Okay? She learns how to be a woman. She learns how to be feminine. She feels protected and safe by her father. Okay? Her self-esteem's built up. She doesn't become an attention whore. She doesn't use men for sex. She develops good traditional values. In other words, she grows up to be a healthy, feminine woman. And you see, when a woman grows up in a difficult family or there's a broken home, it's not her fault. However, if she grows up when she's an adult and she starts dating you and she has not done any work on herself and has not healed or overcome that childhood trauma, she will end up betraying you. She will end up being insecure. She will be unable to form a deep, meaningful connection with you. She's not going to be relationship material. Okay? And you can disqualify that early on by asking that question. Because on the flip side, if she tells you, you know what, my father was very difficult, he was abusive, he was neglectful, he was absent, whatever happens to be, but she tells you, I overcame that. I had a grandfather who was good to me, my older brother, an uncle, or whatever, but she did the work on herself to overcome that, and you can see in her behavior, on the way she talks, that she really has done the work on herself and that she did grow into being a feminine woman, then it's okay to date her. Okay? So it's going to come down to that. Either she comes from a good family with good values that she believes in, that you should be seeing through her behavior, or at the very least, if she came from a damaged or broken home, she did the work on herself to overcome it. Then she's okay to date. If not, you disqualify her. That is how you determine if she's going to be relationship material or not. But again, also, not just childhood trauma, you want to look at, is she rebounding? Because there are some women out there that they will date you and they're not healed from an abusive or toxic relationship. Okay, they still have emotions invested in an ex. And then they date you, they settle for you. You're 5 years into a relationship and you wonder why she's not really crazy about you. She's not passionate, she doesn't respect you because she's selfish. So that's another thing you want to look for within that. Does she have unresolved childhood trauma, or does she have unresolved trauma from a previous relationship? You want to date women that are ready, willing, and able to date you. Women that aren't hung up on an ex. Women that aren't hung up on issues from their childhood. Women that have overcome that. Women that have embraced their femininity. Women that are faithful, have integrity, and like you for you. That you have the same things in common with. Guys, these 5 things that I've mentioned in the video, I'll have them written in the description, but I want you to think on it. Okay? The quality of your life is in direct proportion to the quality of questions you consistently ask yourself. When you date a woman, it is your responsibility to determine if she's relationship material. Okay? Nobody's forcing you to date her. Nobody's forcing you to marry her. But don't complain when you get a divorce. Alright? And she leaves you for a co-worker, or you find out the children aren't yours, or she uses the kids against you, or because you're just horny and you wanted to have sex. And you neglected the fact that she's not relationship material. And that's the thing. The more time you spend around a woman, you're going to build the attachment. And the more you do so, if you overlook those red flags, it will start to matter less and less to you because you're just spending more time around her. You start liking her more and more. And then you convince yourself you can have a relationship with a woman that is not relationship material. So please, guys, take things very slow when you meet a woman. Test her. Determine if she's a good match for you and you want to go through these qualities. Okay? If she has them, great. Date her, but you still take it slow because you can still hide parts of who she is. Take some time to get to know each other. Okay? It is your responsibility as a man. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would like to send me a question privately, share a story, something that happened to you in regards to relationships, or you would like to book coaching, the email is down below in the description, and you can also find it on the About tab on the YouTube channel. As well, I want to thank all of you because I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers, which is a big deal for me. I'm very happy, and I would not be here without all of your love and support. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching my content, for sharing it, for subscribing, because it means the world to me. I see the comments, I see the impact I'm making, and I'm very happy, and I'm going to keep going. So thank you all for all the love and support. I'm always at your service, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.